Imagine you're going about your daily routine. Maybe you're on the phone or taking a moment to relax, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a wild red fox charges at you. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? But for the residents of Alaska, this isn't just an occasional scare. It's a harsh reality they face regularly. Each year, over 50,000 red foxes are culled in Alaska to combat the staggering amount of damage they cause to local farms and communities. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this large-scale culling enough to truly protect the livelihoods of the people? Today, we'll delve deep into Alaska's red fox dilemma. We'll explore not only the government's response, but also whether these measures are genuinely effective and humane. Could there be better ways to strike a balance between maintaining the ecosystem and minimizing damage? The Alaskan government has set an ambitious goal to cull over 15,000 red foxes annually in hopes of restoring balance to the agricultural industry. However, this raises several questions. How effective is this strategy? And what regulations are in place to ensure humane and sustainable hunting? Hunters must be over 30 years old and undergo 6 months to a year of training to understand red fox behavior. They use artificial sounds to lure foxes and high-powered rifles, such as the .223 Remington, to ensure accuracy. But hunting is not without its restrictions. Night hunting permits are granted only to those who can demonstrate their proficiency, having shot at least 75 foxes in 3 months. These measures aim to reduce the fox population without negatively affecting the ecosystem. While these steps seem effective on paper, many argue that hunting alone cannot address the root of the problem. Wildlife conservationists suggest that the government needs to implement alternative methods, such as installing electric fences around farms. But can non-lethal solutions really make a difference? Let's dive deeper into this debate. One cannot discuss red fox control without addressing the ethical considerations. On one hand, fox hunting in Alaska has become a cultural tradition passed down through generations. For many, it's not just about controlling a pest, but protecting their property and livelihood. However, wildlife conservation groups have raised concerns about the environmental impact of mass hunting. They argue that the noise pollution caused by firearms disrupts other wildlife, and the unchecked culling could lead to unintended ecological imbalances. One alternative they propose is the widespread installation of electric fences, which could effectively keep red foxes out of farming areas without the need for lethal action. Let's consider the example of a small farming community in central Alaska that adopted this approach. They installed electric fences around their livestock pens after a particularly brutal season of fox attacks. Over the next year, they saw a 70% reduction in attacks, with no need for hunting. Could this be the future of red fox management? While statistics and government measures offer a high-level view of the red fox issue, real-life encounters paint a more vivid picture. Take the story of John, a farmer from Fairbanks. He had always been skeptical of government regulations on fox hunting and preferred to manage his farm his own way. One night, however, John was caught off guard when a fox breached his defenses and killed over 50 chickens. Devastated by the loss, John decided to apply for a hunting license. After 6 months of training, he was granted permission to hunt foxes at night. John shared his experience, saying, "It's not about killing for sport, it's about protecting what's mine." His story reflects the personal stakes that many Alaskans face in this ongoing battle. Another powerful story comes from Linda, a resident of a small town who faced an unexpected fox attack while out on a jog. "I had never seen one that close before," she said. "It was terrifying." Linda managed to scare the fox away, but the encounter left her shaken. The incident made her reconsider how local wildlife was being managed and whether there were safer, more sustainable ways to coexist with the creatures. With the debate between hunting and humane methods heating up, technological advancements are offering new solutions. Electric fences, for instance, have proven effective in several small communities. These fences deliver a mild shock that deters foxes without causing them harm. Take the case of a dairy farm in southern Alaska. After suffering losses of up to $20,000 in one season, the owners installed an electric fence. The results were almost immediate. Within weeks, the foxes stopped attempting to enter the property.
After a few minutes, out
Farm's
pops
production
fox number
returned.
2.
But is this a scalable solution for larger, more rural areas? The initial investment for electric fences can be costly, and maintaining them over vast areas presents logistical challenges. However, with innovations in renewable energy, solar-powered fences are emerging as a viable option. Could this be the key to reducing the reliance on hunting? For many Alaskans, red fox hunting is more than just a means of population control. It's a tradition. Passed down through generations, it's woven into the cultural fabric of rural life. However, with the rise of conservation efforts and the push for more humane solutions, this tradition is at a crossroads. Can Alaska strike a balance between preserving its hunting heritage and embracing modern, humane methods of wildlife management? The answer is not straightforward. What's clear, however, is that the stakes are high, not just for the foxes, but for the people whose lives and livelihoods are directly impacted by these policies.